Dear comrades and friends, welcome back to our beautiful republic and to a new season of Let's Play Workers and Resources. We got a lot to do, some half-finished project from last season that we are hopefully going to be able to finish this season, which is, well, it's a big project to be fair, if I could find it on the map. Hello Dolly, where is it? I am so stupid. It must be somewhere behind me. There! Just turn all the way around, idiot. Alright, there we are. We started to build our construction area here, and that is half finished for a reason. We have the dry goods and the bulk goods, I'd say, supplied by rail once these tracks get built. And we now need the other stuff, the steel, the bricks, boards, and prefab panels to be delivered up here. And I'm also going to do that by a train, and we're going to unpause here. I did a little bit of preparing. That's why we have a bit less in the bank. And before we get to the list that I've set up for this season of items that we need to do, probably a couple of you are new to the series now, that Old World has just finished its season last, well, 4 days ago, 3 days ago. I don't know when this will be uploaded. And you're probably wondering what to do with your time until next week, when Old World will be picked up again for another season. And how about stick around for a minute and, well, you sticked around for a minute already, or stuck around for a minute rather, but how about checking out this game? And if any of you do, please drop me a note in the comments if you're new to the series, and especially if you need a little bit of a, what you must say, easing into it, because there's a lot going on in this game, and it is, I absolutely love it, and I can't quite express in a reasonable amount of time why, but it is one of these that looks clunky. It doesn't have the Dwarf Fortress factor, but it looks a little bit clunky with the designs of these buildings, though in fairness they are true to the time and the era that they're playing in. But the more you get into this, especially if you love Sims and city building, the detail and the level of control you have and the level of freedom you have on this huge map is just mind-boggling, and it just draws you in more and more and more, and it's just a lot of fun to play, and I absolutely love it. So if you need a bit of easing into it, if you have gameplay questions, if you want me to take a tour of what we've built so far, because it is quite a bit, just drop me a note in the comments and I'll happily oblige. Alright, so that's the sermon for today, so let's get to building, shall we? Number one, like I said, we need to bring construction goods up here via train. We already connected our boards to the train network. We do have our prefab panels almost connected. What's missing is the steel. For that is a little bit of a bigger operation, because we have to redesign this area a little bit. Don't worry, we're not going to have to replace the steel or anything. I just need to operate into the space here a medium storage. Like so. Could do that, or we could have a... No, we can't have a warehouse or anything. It has to be a medium storage. Let's check. Are there any new industry connections? No, they're not. Forklifts, crossings. Alright, so medium storage it is. And to get that on the tracks, we need to build it around this area here, connected, because over there we just don't have space, and even if we manage to free it up, we won't be able to reach the tracks without major reconstruction. So here's the space. For that we need to remove pretty much all the street and parts of the power network, and then we'll bring it onto the tracks here. And the idea is that we'll complete the triangle here as well. Make that... guess maybe we'll have to move the tracks a little bit, we'll see. We'll complete the triangle here, so we have a nice intersection, and then steel can get into the Republic from here, either the long way around to Berlin, as it currently does already, or with a bit around the mountain, like going here through Stettin and then through here. And we're not going to pull the tracks out here to take a shortcut. It'll save a minute or two, but it just won't look as pretty and won't construct as good. Okay, that's enough preamble. So now we need to redraw the power. Quite a lot of it though. So do we... I think we have to do the whole build paused, sadly. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, we have to do the whole build paused. So this needs to go up until here. And this here also needs to go. And now that we deconstructed this, and I'm not 100% sure where we're going to reconstruct it, we need to stay in pause mode so we don't lose all that power. Right, the next thing we need to deconstruct is this carefully painstakingly built conveyor connection here. Where's the tower? Here's the tower. Let's get rid of you and rid of you, and that should get rid of that entire construction. Alright, that's a little bit painful because that took me a long time to set up and find the timing, the spacing and all. That's gonna be a topic that I'm gonna pick up with my therapist next week. Okay, and then we'll remove parts of the road here, actually all of the road. And that's gonna be painful for our citizens because they built this. Not so much for me, I can live with rebuilding this. Good, so now we have this space. The reason I deconstruct so much is gonna become apparent in a minute. So now we will... actually, let's check out the wire. We probably want to level this out a little. Or is that really... maybe we can get along, maybe. Okay, we can do it. We'll just move you here a little bit. Make this nice and tight here. So. A little bit more to the right. Over here, because all that needs to be here is pretty much a industry connection. I'm gonna smooth this out a little, just a little, so the industry connection doesn't look too ugly. So, it's still a bit orange in my taste. Can't make it much better though. Okay, and then we'll connect this. That works beautifully. Make the curve a little bit nicer, even though it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. And there we go. So that is settled. Now we need to move that conveyor somewhere, and for that we'll need these road crossings. Now with the steel, we only have one track in here. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. If we need more than one, we'll probably have to redo something more. Okay. Road crossing conveyor. No, not road crossing. Where's the rail? One track. There we go. No, that's not it. Hang on. There's one that... That one was good. Okay, and we need to... How about the other one? Better? Not really. No, this one here will do it. That's the ticket. Alright, so we'll... You know what? We'll actually move the... For the sake of being in a straight line, we'll move you up here. That looks aligned. That's why we'll remove this here. I know I'm a little bit anal about this, but I'm sure I'm not the only one with OCD watching this. Just if you can easily make it straight, just make it straight. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? Yeah, because this sits just as comfortably here. We have the space anyway, it's not used for anything else. So, okay. Actually, could do this one now. Let's look a little bit better. Okay, and then we'll go with the asphalt road here. Can get constructed, and the track. And so far it's a no-brainer. Okay, that gets constructed here. Good. Okay, so now we need to finagle the track through here. Hopefully that is possible. And we'll start curving here. Move to there. Okay, do this to me. Maybe from here. Yeah. See, that is easy peasy. Maybe we can do it a little prettier. Yeah. Sorry for those sounds I'm making. It's just very satisfying that it's possible. Okay, so now we need to go in here and aim for the tracks. Now this here is coming in and this is going out. So we'll first go out onto the track, and maybe I shouldn't have done that weird curve. I'm kind of tempted to let that train move along now. Okay. It's just too annoying, too loud. Okay, now we could move on to here, and hopefully that'll give us a nice connection. It does. There we go. And that can get built like that. Looks pretty to me. Alright, so now we have that, and now we have conveyor from here to there, and now we need it over here. Let's first connect. Okay. Of course, the game never makes it easy. Never makes it easy. Of course, that was my stupidity. I know the game mechanics already, so I should have anticipated that. My bad. Here we go. And now you can have your stupid footprint back. There we go. I'm just gonna buy that out. Okay. Good. Okay, so now we have this done. And now we need the road to come around here. I mean, we don't technically need it, but it would be better, I think. But for that to be possible, we also need another conveyor. Have one here. We'll have a couple of those, I have a feeling. Would actually just go like this. And we'll make a bit of ground with that, like here. Okay, and then we wanna have you come in here. That's gonna be difficult. Okay, so we can't fit you there. We could do it like so. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit difficult. Because there's no conveyor that... no road crossing that perfectly fulfills this. Perfectly solves this problem. I'll twist you in a little bit, like so. Okay, now we need to supply some stuff to here, so we could do it like so. Yeah, why not? Just have mass road crossings. I don't mind that. I don't mind that look at all. Actually, it is an industrial area anyway. So, on these conveyor crossings, they just look the part. Very good. Big props to the people that construct these mods. I mean, it's just surreal to me, the work that is invested in that, and how well it fits into the game, and how well it solves problems that you really have playing the game. It's just phenomenal. I'd go as far as saying without the mods, this game wouldn't be where it is. Because there are really some buildings that just... Well, I guess, yeah, it would be fun still. But the mods just raise the level of fun. Because you can just solve some things elegantly with the mods that you otherwise can't. Alright, so now we'll go up to the coast here. Maybe come out here first. Try and hug the conveyor line and reconnect the power. Just like so. Don't get too close to the conveyors, but like this. So it doesn't look like the wires are touching. Don't want the wires touching. Yeah, laugh at your own jokes again. Alright, so that looks pretty good. We'll buy this out. And, well, I'd say I'm very pleased with this. We could redo this a little to have it perfectly straight, but I mean, I'm OCD, but not that OCD. This is as good as it gets for the game. Okido, and now we just need to cancel some construction, because this here we need to construct, but these here, they're not as important. We want everything else here in place before we go into conveyor construction. Alright, we need these here constructed. Not sure if they need power, but even if they do, won't be a problem. We have plenty of stray power lines hanging around. Okay, so that is the first order of business, and that's going to enable us to put steel on the road properly. On the tracks properly. The reason I've went for this is because we're overproducing steel. We can't get it fast enough. So that's the reason. So we have this this open storage that'll be able to hold 1,000 tons of steel, and that'll be our buffer for distributing it throughout the Republic. Alright, this should get picked up. Yes, it does. Okay. So they will actually, the construction office will actually work on that. And they should also be working over here. Oh, but first we need to... Man, I can't see anything. This rain is dense. We'll pick you up, Buttercup. Oh, actually we also need to set some signals, otherwise this is going to be problematic. Alright, so we'll go in here with a chain. Out here. Okay. This here's gonna be mixed. This here is gonna be chain as well. Might actually consider doing this here chain already. Okay, we'll have the regular stuff over here. Grab this. Come on, we had it there for a second. And the mixed signal here. Can't place a semaphore there because of reasons. Like so. Okay, and we'll actually buy out this little bit. Okay, that should work. So this here can get constructed, and after that this here can get constructed. And you can get out when this is free. You can get it from here when this is free. Everything's great. This here is a little sketchy. I think I'll go for a chain here and cancel this one. Probably also go for a chain here over there. Yeah. Like so. So if either of these is free, the steel train can move into the intersection and then pick one of these entrances. And they can then move out if this is free. Yeah. That looks like it makes sense. Ah, let's take a sip of tea on that. My voice is a little bit coarse. Also a little bug fix that I didn't notice. We have to add this gas station that I forgot to add. And the Menol gas station needs a little less fuel. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep up with this micromanagement like that, but they have 120 tons, so 30% is just a bit too much. It's 36 tons of gasoline. I'm not sure if they need that. Okay, so that's the first item on the list. Great. So now I can get to work on this here. And in the meantime, we can go over to Berlin. I'm just quickly scratching my head. No, there's nothing else we need to do. Okay, so now we should have some fuel and some bitumen, and indeed we do. We are distributing the bitumen already. I wonder why we're using 150 trucks for this though. Okay. 10%. Okay, I see why. Okay. But we can stop the purchase actually, and that is a historical moment. We're now using our own bitumen produced in Stettin from the oil fields, well, actually next to Stettin, over to Berlin. I mean, that is just phenomenal, I feel. Alright, and now we also add the source building here. And I'm actually gonna quickly pause, remove just for OCD purposes. Re-add this. Unload bitumen 10%. Okay. And off we go. Right. So we have that. Let's actually fast forward just a second for those bitumen trucks to settle. Ooh, what is this? Huh. That looks like a party secretary car if I ever saw one. Very good. Okay, so they seem to have settled in. Now comes the interesting part. We will add all the gas stations to the distribution. All the gas stations. Also the rail office. Then we have the gas station. We have the these here also need fuel, right? Yeah, the forklift garage does need fuel. The gas station needs fuel. The rail also now supplies fuel. Yeah, it supplies fuels for sure because it keeps messing up the storage space. But it also supplies fuel. Right, so we have those. Where do we still have? I think, yeah, here's one. Here's two forklift garages. Here's one. And here's one. And all these will actually not be 10%. They at least... I'll set them all to... Oops, no. We'll set them all to 30. And then we'll go down to 10% on this. And to 20% on the Menol stations. Actually, you know what? 20% everywhere should be fine, except for bitumen. That is a little bit too much. Okay, and now the fuel should get distributed throughout Berlin. Yeah, we're just waiting for a second fuel track, but shouldn't be too long. And once we have that distribution, we will then stop buying. Why aren't you getting built? Ah, because I stopped construction. Well, we have plenty of workers, so maybe I did that properly. We'll see. How's the food situation? Very, very good. Distillery could maybe pick up the slack. but we're really good in that. Loads of food. Nice, so it seems to have fixed the problem, but we certainly need, eventually we'll certainly need a redundant food supply. Right, so the next order of business is here. And you guys actually have a lot of sites, but we're not working on this here yet. Neither are we working on this. Why is that? Source of gravel is not assigned. Oh, yeah, that's stupid. That is very stupid. Okay. Well, at least we have this liquid distribution. So we have all the sources assigned now. We rebuilt this gravel thing last episode, so... Right, but while we're on the topic of fuel distribution, we might as well buy a couple of oil tankers here. Now let's buy the full 5. I mean, we're rich anyway. And there flies the helicopter. Awesome. So, you need to fetch your fuel and bitumen. This is fuel, right? Actually, rename this. Team refinery fuel storage, and this one here is gonna be Stettin refinery bitumen storage. Okay, and then we'll pick bitumen and fuel just to be sure. Okay, that's quite the drive there. Oh, look at this! We finished our road construction. Hang on, before we do that, we'll certainly pick up the road construction. We go from here to... I don't know, don't make it too long, maybe here. And then we'll remove the dirt road. This one here is no longer necessary. And we'll then extend it over here, because it's going to be necessary there. And why did it... There we go. Good. Just so we get this planed up with a nice asphalt road up until here. Good. So now we have the 2 source buildings, and well, for destination it's very simple. We'll have you here. Unload bitumen 10%. And we had a gas station here somewhere. Huh, how about this one? Unload. We'll go for 30% because... Okay. Why aren't you going? You have a connection to that, no? Is there some problem? No, no problem. There's a connection here. Is this connection maybe not working? We need to remove this. Come in like so. Now it's definitely working. Over here, over there, everything here, and there, there. Nope. Load, unload, that should definitely all work. What's the problem? Is it too far? Restore bitumen. I don't get it. Oh yeah. Oh, you idiot. Rename the things that it's more clear and then click the wrong icon anyway. Yeah, that's That's skill. Alright, so now we've settled this. Let's see how far our helicopters have come. By going over there. Haha! We now have a building without power supply. Well, that is a quick fix, I think. Yes, it is. We'll just build a substation somewhere. Probably over here is good. Hang on, we have the grain storage 1, 2, road cargo station. Yeah, I don't think we'll need anything more here. If we do, we'll just build a bit more. Hang on, do we have... we didn't do this part here yet. That's okay, though. We can probably get away with a little bit of splitting, sorry, a little bit of power line switching. Okay, cut to here, there, and there. Perfect. And we'll buy this out, so we'll have power here now. Building cannot be reached by any residential or factory building. There's no road or footpath connection. That's okay. That's gonna come. Actually, there is a road connection. What is this here? That is a road connection. Let's see. Okay. Right, so now we just need this here to be constructed. Why isn't that happening? Ah, because they're still breaking road. Okay. They're finished up until here. Pretty good. So we can bring workers from Berlin to here. With the construction office here. Very good. Okay, we finished this one already, the power supply. So let's actually get a second one. Pick you, and I don't know. We'll pick the Gorzin. I'll pick the helicopter and the Gorzin, I guess. Actually, hang on, I have set up my cool construction thingy. There we go. That's Gorzin. Do we need, I think 2 storages are okay for now. And here we have the helicopter storage, and here we have the Berlin. It's a little far though. I'll give you this. And... oh, what the heck. Let's just give them all. There we go. Right, so now we need to actually also... the street has been completed. That's great. We can also assign this to Gorzin, I don't think. And then we can actually start fetching some materials already. But that's probably a little bit early. We want to get the helipads done first. Oh, this one is done already. Very cool. So we could assign you here, and then we can get concrete. And once this here is done, we could also get... and I just need some workers. And so we probably also want to get a... what should we call? A passenger helicopter hub. So this... heli construction office can do it all. mechanical components and electrical components are missing, but I guess not too bad. Yeah, we'll just wait for that. Okay, that is that on this front. Do we need to start in a new city? I don't think we do. I think we're okay here. And we'll wait for the tracks. This here is happening. Things are getting done. Good, good, good. So we're good on that front. Stettin, I actually have a little bit of a project still. Yeah, this here is done there. And that is over here. We do have hotels that barely cope with the need. I mean, currently, of course, when we look at it, they do. But we want to extend this a little bit. And we have left space in here for an additional hotel. And I'll use it. Now, the question is where I'm going to use it. Now that we'll remove that footpath connection, even though it seems to be quite heavily frequented. But I guess we could adjust that a little. It's no biggie. You guys can... Yeah, we have to find a other source. There we go. Just for a second, I mean, we'll... City Hotel. We'll have it reinstalled in no time. This should fit in here just so. Maybe over here is good. Come on. Okay. Nice, even with the road. Okay. And then we'll reconnect this footpath here. We'll do the crossing here. Can we do it without destroying? Yes, we can. Cool. We'll do the crossing here. And then you guys can move on to here. We'll actually also... Does it make sense to connect this... Not sure if it does. It'll look pretty. Does that make sense? Is that even used by anybody? I guess, yeah, it does make sense. Okay. It does make sense. But we want it a little closer to the hotel, so okay, we don't want it apparently. The game knows better. And the game knows best, I mean really. It does know best. Okay, I'll just connect you here and there. And of course over here. And all of that doesn't need to be bought out, that can be constructed. So... They can't reach the beach easily for now, but there's worse things in the world than that. Okay, and that should get... I'm just waiting for it to get picked up, but yeah, it gets picked up just fine. Good. Now we're coming along here nicely. We have the hotels, we have that. We have... Yeah, I think that's it for Stettin. Stettin has a couple construction sites now. Good, so now next thing is Berlin. But we're gonna wait for next episode, because the next thing we'll do, and promised, I've been pushing that for how many episodes now, but the next thing that'll happen is we'll remove this area here and use our newly constructed plants for prefab panels and for cement, and I'll try and make the transition with our own resources. We'll see how that goes. That's possible. Maybe we need to buy out the bus station or something, but we'll try, because we do have a stockpile here now of 1,000 prefab panels. It's not too much, but we are a ways up the mountain already, so it should be okay. And yeah, we just have to rearrange a bit and then hopefully that'll last us until we can pick up production in our new site. But until then, guys, I'll pause it here and make a cut. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see each other in the next one.